Hi everyone, my name is Claudia Wetzel and I'm the student manager for the Civic and Community Engagement Center on campus.
Thank you very much. We have Ms. Kantalu by Gamsukwa. As they get prepared, I'd like to introduce our SRC and Knust Women's Commissioner, Ms. Comfort Ampedu. Honorable Speaker of the 10th SRC Parliamentary Council, I'd like to welcome everyone who have taken time off to be here, and especially to our visitors from Ramapo University, USA. Thank you very much to join us for this historic event to share thoughts and share ideas. It's 18 years that we have had a relationship between KNUST and Ramapo University. It has gone a long way. And today is a special sitting to celebrate that friendship and that relationship, how far we have gone with such a relationship with them. It has been a win-win on everybody's side. I'd like to welcome the good people of KNUST for joining us in this celebration, though we gave you a short notice. I'd like to welcome Gamsukwa, the cadets, the cultural troop, and honorable members who have taken up time to be here. Indeed, it's a great pleasure. Today, having the president of the Student Governance Association of Ramapo, I'd like to say I'm very glad to have you here, sir. It's not every institution in Ghana do get that opportunity. And to have you here is a blessing. And we are glad. And as a Parliamentary Council, we are still in the mood of celebrating our 10 years of student governance in KNUST democracy. And we are happy for you to join us to see how we manage and move about things. So you are welcome and your team. Without much, I'll allow honorable members in the House to introduce themselves and then we move on to commencement of public business. So, honorable members, we'll start with the Hall Caucus. Deputy Speaker, may you introduce yourself.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Amudere Nidodu, in this Hall President.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Olga Ajokwashe, Republic Hall General Secretary.
My name is Jumo Emmanuel, Republic Hall President.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Yama Lavender, Queen's Hall President.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Daniel Amakwata, Queen's Hall General Secretary.
Right over the House, my name is Christian Anderson, Unity Hall General Secretary.
College Caucus.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Michael Odoi, College of Health Sciences President.
And please, Adjoa Safwa is my name, General Secretary for College of Health Sciences.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Poku Frida,
General Secretary for College of Agric and Natural Resources.
Thank you, Right Honorable in the House. I'm Patricia Do Atachim, College of Science General Secretary.
Non-residential caucus.
The Speaker of the House, my name is AJ Franklin Compson, Campus MP.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Befi Kabna Benjamin, Kenton Chrono MP.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm Frederick Frempon, Kuti MP.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Priscilla Safuedu, Clinical Students Hostel Card General Secretary.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Okonkwo-Linda Chinaza, International Students Association General Secretary.
Thank you very much. I'll allow the clerks to do the introduction of officers of the cadet, and from there move on to the commencement of public business.
Mr. Speaker of the House, we have in our midst Cadet RA001, Asante Nathaniel, Commanding Officer for Queen's Hall Cadet. We also have in our midst Cadet Captain Adute Cornelius, Commanding Officer for University Hall. Cadet Captain Paul Fred Selom, Commanding Officer for Republic Hall. And Cadet Captain Dixon Dubate, Commanding Officer for the Unity Hall Cadet.
Thank you very much. We move on to the adoption and acceptance of minutes of the previous sitting. I think our members, you have the copies of the minutes sent to you. Without any correction, may member move for the acceptance. Okay, that's okay. Honorable Michael, a correction.
Mr. Speaker, on the item from College Caucus, that's the recommendation after the SRC president gave his address. I think I was the one who made the submission on behalf of the College Caucus. So I think there's a correction there. And then also on the statements from the Budget and Finance Committee, the wording wasn't really captured well. The apology was such that as the committee head, I couldn't turn up for sitting on that day. It wasn't such that we were not able to review the budgets from the two bodies, that's NUX and SRC. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other correction? Without any correction, may a member move for the acceptance? Honorable Patricia.
Thank you, Right Honorable. Without further correction and addition, I, Patricia Do Atachim, General Secretary of College of Science, move for the acceptance of the minutes.
Seconded by Honorable Lovija.
I, Yamo Lavinja, Queen's Hall President, second.
Thank you very much. Commencement of public business. We would like to take a short report from work done by some various committees. So we start with the Budget and Finance Committee.
Okay. All right. Mr. Speaker, to give a report on behalf of the Budget and Finance Committee, I think the committee has been able to review budgets from the SRC and NUX, but as a matter of fact, we are yet to make finalizations on some components and items of the budget statement. Yes, and so the committee would like to ask for an ample time so that another sitting is scheduled for approval and perusal of the budget from both the SRC and Knust. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you very much. We're on to Privileged Committee. Whether work done, just a short report on work done and when the document will be ready.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. The Privileges Committee met on the issue of the Marshall and Hype GH, that is a media group, on Monday, 11th March 2019 at the Republic Hall JCR office. And then so far we've had interactions with the former Marshal, that is Master Elom Seneya, and then the CEO of Hype GH, Master Boaben Kwame. We are done with our conclusions and then our recommendations as well. And then,
very much.
Thank you.
So the House will soon be finished with the report. We move on to proposed format for obtaining permit for programs and activities in Knust. Yes. So we invite the head of Welfare Committee, Honorable Adria Safwa, to present the format.
Right Honorable Speaker of the House, please, a very good evening. This is a report from the Welfare Committee. A report by the Committee for Welfare and Residents Council. A report by the Committee for Welfare and Residents of the 10th Parliamentary Council on the guidelines for organizing programs on campus as presented by the school authorities. After a thorough discussion, the committee came up with the following: the need for the change. The previously used model for permit acquisition for programs on and off campus was quite cumbersome, hence the need for a less stressful but legal procedure. Now, the proposed procedure. The association or organization would first, 1, seek approval from the various stakeholders, and a copy of the proposed activities with full details be sent to the SRC Programs and Projects Committee. The SRC Programs and Projects Committee will then copy 3 different units, and these are the Dean of Students Office, the SRC Safety and Security, and the Health and Sanitation Department. The duty of the 3 units aforementioned. 1, we have the Dean of Students. The DOS will copy the top management for notification and comments. The SRC Safety and Security will provide and give recommendations with regards to the security and safety issues. And the Health and Sanitation Department will see to resolving all health issues with regard to the proposed programs. Again, it should be noted that all proposed programs should be submitted in a space of a month, starting from the very day the school resumes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Head of Residents and Welfare Committee of Parliament. Members, I know you have been sent with copies. Do you have any additions or subtraction before it's submitted to the school authorities for consideration? Honorable Christian Anderson.
Right Honorable the House, with reference to the proposed procedure, The approval that is meant to be sought from the stakeholders, I feel the use of the word stakeholders is a bit too ambiguous, because we'd have to clarify who is a stakeholder in which particular organization structure.
Head of welfare and residence.
Say colleges. Colleges need to seek approval from the various patrons or provosts. And the JCRs would have to seek approval from the hallmasters. Please, are you okay?
Right Honorable the House, I still feel with reference to this particular structure, it even applies mostly to some student bodies that are not elected officers. There are groups on campus that would need to go through this procedure. And so if we state that stakeholders and we are not specifying for them who do not have hallmasters and for them who have patrons but are not recognized by the university, then it would be a bit too ambiguous. So I feel there's an omission there. It has to specify who is a stakeholder with reference to which particular group.
Head of residence and welfare. To also add, you want to know what about people who are coming from outside? What process they need to go through?
Okay, for non-students, if you want to organize a program, you have to first seek approval from the SRC. After that, a copy will be sent to the Dean of Students and it will follow the same procedure.
What about other groups, clubs and society?
They still need to copy to get permission from the DOS or have get an approval and send it to the projects and programs. Then they would rather send it to these 3 units for approval and recommendations.
Is any more suggestions? Honorable Frederick.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. When Honorable Christian asked for clarification for the stakeholders, the head of committee mentioned halls to be their patrons and the colleges to be their provost, but the non-residential caucus was not recognized here, meaning are we not going to have programs? We're also having programs, so we should.
Honorable member, I think she gave an example, not vividly, yes. Okay. So wherever everybody belongs to, whether you have every club and society have a patron, just get a letter signed by a patron and follow through with the SRC to get to the authorities. Okay, Honorable Michael.
Mr. Speaker, a quick one. Does this directive involve every association, even the churches and everybody, every group on campus?
Yes. Honorable Anderson.
Right Honorable the House, a typical example of what I was trying to point out is what Honorable Frederick just raised. See, it's too open, and so if you do not specify who exactly is a stakeholder in a club, a group, or an association, it makes it very difficult. And so I feel we should go back and address the stakeholder and try to give more specific mentionings to that.
So to the head of residence, that's to mean when I stakeholder to bracket the kind of people that matter who need to sign. Honorable Abidja.
Mr. Speaker,
we'll take 2 more so that we can move. We have 5 years time.
Honorable Adjoasaf, I would like to clarify things for me. Let's say we are having our whole week and MTN Pulse come to sponsor. Is there any need for us to go for approval before we do our program, or is there any format for it? Because I find it ambiguous over here, seeking approval for programs.
I think we can't. We do not hear you.
I said in case we are having our whole week and let's say an organization like MTN comes to sponsor us, is there any need for approval before we can start the program, or we should take a different format for that?
I think for the whole week, we all registered the activities. For scholarship, it is your management, it's funding. But for all week, we all register. Is there any more? Honorable Frederick.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Security arrangements before and during approved programs. The security may intercept any person entering or loitering around programs venues if they have any reason to suspect criminal intentions. Mr. Speaker, what is the premise for loitering? And who is what will give them the ability to suspect that someone has criminal intentions? Because it might be that I'm just passing by and you intercept. And the word intercept here, Mr. Speaker, Kenyan students don't like interception, and so, Mr. Speaker, that thing should be looked at and replaced with.
Okay, it's well noted.
Okay, Right Honorable and the House, please, we would like to go over this again and take into consideration all the necessary recommendations and give a final report. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We want a presentation by the SRC PRO on student governance.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable House. A presentation on student governance in KNUST. In KNUST, the topmost body is the SRC and is comprised at one level by the President, the Vice President, the Speaker of Parliament, and the Judicial Chair. The President is in charge of the Executive Council, and in the Executive Council, we have commissions and secretariats made up of appointees. In Parliament, the Parliamentary Council, we have the President and Secretaries of JCRs, colleges, International Students Association, President of GRASAG, and non-residential. The Judicial Council consists of all JCs of colleges, halls, International Students Association, and GRASAG. The university runs on a collegiate system, and that consists of 6 colleges in the form of College of Health Science, College of Agric and Natural Resource, College of Art and Built Environment, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and yes, okay. And they have an Executive Council as well as Senate and Judicial Council. And the Judicial Council consists of a Judicial Chair in various departments and faculties. The Senate consists of presidents and secretaries of departments and faculties, and the Executive Council of all colleges consists of executive committees, commissions, and they are made up of appointees. Down to the faculties and departments, they are made up of president, vice president, speaker, judicial chair, and it's much like the one stated above. The Graduate Students Association consists of the president, the vice president, the speaker of parliament, judicial chair, and the president superintends an executive council, and the executive council consists of committees, appointees, officers, and commissions. Senate also consists of reps of various departments and faculties, and Judicial Council consists of the JC and his committee members. International Students Association is made up of the president, vice president, speaker, judicial chair, and also the Executive Council consisting of committees, appointees, officers, and commissions. They also have a Senate, and the Senate consists of reps of various international countries. And they have a JC, a Judicial Council. And the various constituencies consist of all members of Parliament of the constituencies, and that is Campus, Kenton Chrono, Bomso, IDRC, and Kote, and all members of the various hostels. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SRC PRO, Master Maso Asantidakwa. Pastor of Bills will allow the committee for finalization of bills to give us a short report. After which we would have the university anthem, then we'll take the various addresses.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'll be very brief on this. The committee was made up of 5 members from this house, and I, from Pont Frederick, was the head of the committee. We were to reflect the recommendations made by the House in the following bills. We have the Transport Bill, the various Representative Bill, the CI, Office of the Chief of Staff, and the Non-Re Association Constitution. For the Transport Bill, we agreed that the oral recommendation should follow should have a document within 24 hours supporting it, and it has been reflected in the bill. Also, the EC's bill had no problem, so we didn't touch it. The Office of the Chief of Staff, we agree that whenever there's a conflict between the Chief of Staff and any executive member in terms of who should perform a duty, the executive will perform that duty, and the Chief of Staff will oversee that the duty is performed. So we, the committee, has agreed and made the necessary corrections, and we implore the House to pass these bills so that it becomes part of our constitution. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. So, copies will give it to you to have enough time to go through. Then, at a later sitting, we could pass it. Now, we want to addresses would rise for the university anthem by Gamsukwa. Student to take over the podium and give his address.
Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, His Excellency, the SRC President, Master Kevin, sir, Honorable Members of Parliament, a very good afternoon to you all. I wish to express management's delight in hosting our visitors from Ramapo College from the United States of America. I remember with very fond memories. My time as a Dean of the Faculty of Allied Health Sciences, where our nursing program enjoyed a very strong collaboration with the Ramapo College, with tutors, lecturers, professors from Ramapo College teaching via Skype our students, and the opportunity the university offered for some of our students to continue with their work in Ramapo. The Dean of Students Office stands in loco parentis to students at KNUST and serves as an effective bridge between management and the student body. It has enjoyed a very good working relationship with students, particularly the student leaders. There have been times when the going has been tough, but in all that, there's been a strong understanding between student leadership and the Office of the Dean of Students. It is my prayer that the interactions we have had over the past 18 to 19 years would continue, and that on this visit, at any point in time where the help of the Dean of Students Office is required, will be more than ready and available to offer that kind of help and support. A very warm welcome to you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our Vice Dean of Students. Our next address is going to be done by the President of the Student Governance Association of Ramapo University.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to address your House. Good afternoon to you, Mr. President, the members of this Parliament, and of course that magnificent choir. You guys are on my list of things to add at Ramapo. You know, I've seen the Army, that's on the list, and I'll add the choir number 2. But just being in the 10th year of the SRC is an amazing feat in itself. As I watch, the culture. And then the enrichment that you all have put into this body. I have been, as a student leader in the United States, I have seen other, student government bodies, and none pale into comparison to what you guys do. We're nothing close to it at Ramapo. And I've seen large schools, I've seen small schools from across the country, coast to coast, and nobody does it as well as you guys. And to do it all in 10 years, I think is just more than impressive. I would also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our host, your president, your former speaker, David Dari, our bus driver, Quason, who have been more than accepting and welcoming. This is my 3rd time coming to Ghana and my 3rd time coming to KNUST. Also, my partner, Amari, back there, it is his 3rd time here as well. And the reason why we keep coming back, not because we love our spring break so much, but there's just the warmness and the fellowship we receive when we come to KNUST can't be replicated. And I thank you all, 1,000 for what you have done for us in the time that we are here. Briefly, I just want to address you all. When you think about this partnership between Ramapo and KNUST, it's been pieced together over a time of 18 years. As your Vice Dean was speaking, the collaboration we've had with our programs, whether it be nursing, social work. We have a class who is here at at KNUST as we speak, a U.S. and Ghana relations class. And my favorite, the student leadership exchange that we've done for the past 3 years, has borne fruits that I've never seen between 2 international partners before in higher education. So I think that is also something to be proud of, and that we're all a part of. And I think it's a legacy thing, something that we all say that was beautiful. We were a part of it. It's something that's, of course, near and dear to my heart. Also, as student leaders, it is never remiss on me that, the sacrifices we make, oftentimes we go unpaid, unrecognized, unrespected for the work that we do, behind closed doors, but we all do it to the benefit of the students. There's a joke, I'm a political science major back in America, and the joke is, when a politician gets a 4-year term, is that the first year, it's for me, because you run hard, you win the election, you deserve it for yourself. The second year, is for your friends and your patronizers, because someone had to fund your campaign and get you the victory. And then the third year, of course, is for your family, because you need someone to have your back, always support you, and a warm bed to sleep on. And then the fourth year, of course, is for the people, but let's wait because we have to run for re-election. So, but it's not like that in student leadership, because we don't afford that luxury, because oftentimes our terms are for a year and less. So, I don't take it lightly. My position or your positions, no matter what our title is, we always do this to the benefit of our student bodies, and that always receives my highest respect, and that receives the respect from the SJ members that we brought here today, and the students from Ramapo, this beautiful partnership that we have. I can't thank you enough. I could spend from today to Saturday telling you how thankful I am for your hospitality. But what we have here is beautiful and in place. I won't stand up here for long, but thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to address you all. God bless you all, and thank you again. And that beautiful choir, I just gotta go.
Thank you very much, His Excellency Master Stephen Lally, the President of Student Governors Association of Ramapo University, USA. I will take our last address from the Commander-in-Chief of KNST Cadets, our SRC President, His Excellency Master Kelvin Uriel Dignon, sir.
Good evening to everyone. Speaker of the House, I would like to use the opportunity to thank every single person who has made the sitting a very possible one. I must say that I stand here very delighted to host our guest from Ramapo College, Stefan, being his third year and his second year as president. He was president last year when he came. He's president this year, and hopefully he seeks to be president next year when he comes here. So we wish him the best, and we hope he wins. We also hope that sometime KNUST will get to that point where probably someone can be winning successively. Did I hear some news? So I think since you're learning a lot from us, we can also learn that from you. Ramapo College, and we'll try and see how best we can implement that here. Now, without much ado, I would like to go straight to the point. 10 years of Parliamentary Council in KNUST, it has not been easy. I would like to first and foremost commend all parliamentarians, especially the Speaker of Parliament, for how far we've brought the Parliamentary Council. Indeed, democracy in students' governance. You guys have really exhibited leadership, sacrifice, enthusiasm. You've always put your necks on the line, sacrificing for student interest. We want to thank you very much for the bills you are planning to pass, the Privileges Committee, Welfare Committee. We are indeed grateful from the SRC for all the good works you've done. I must admit that the choir has also been great from the beginning of administration till now. They've always been supportive, the cadets, the ushers, every single person. We thank you very much. KNUST SRC is always open and hospitable enough to any guests that we're going to be getting. Now, this time being student from Ramapo College, it's been just a few days, and we've learned a lot from them so far. Earlier this afternoon, we had an interaction with them, telling them about the KNUST SRC, and we also got to hear from them about Ramapo University. So they're going to be here till Saturday. Throughout that period, we are going to be having a lot of sessions with them. We are going to be going out, showing them places around. They're going to be attending some of our lectures. So when you see them around, just try and be open as possible. As Ghanaians are known for, let's be hospitable. Let's teach them. Let's also learn from them. And above all, let's make sure that they go back smiling with a good message from KNUST. I would like to state that you're very much welcome to KNUST campus. We deem it a great honor to have you all, especially at this time. We are going to do our best to ensure that you're very comfortable, feel at home. And I would like to say that if you're going to leave, don't forget that KNUST is always a big home for you. Whenever you're bored at school on campus, you can feel free to just fly back, even whether alone or as a group. Just join us. We'll find a way to accommodate you. Thank you very much, and I'd like to wish us all a very graced evening. Thank you.
Heads of caucus about this sitting, then we can move straight for the closure. So basically, by the council choir, heads of caucus, get ready. Some few words for our visitors. Very much. And before we take the various remarks, I would like to give opportunity to some reps of our visitors. I think two ladies and one gentleman. Then from there, we'll have the cultural display. Then the heads of caucuses will give their remarks. So we need two ladies and one gentleman to give a few words. The gentleman can start.
Hello. Well, my name's Amori. I'm Public Relations for SGA back at Rampo. This is my third time in Ghana within a year and a half. And like your SRC president said, Ghanaians are known for being so welcoming and so humble. So I would like to thank you all, because anytime the offer comes to the table, I jump and say yes, because I love this country. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'm back here multiple years and hopefully run to some of you in the near future. But once again, thank you for hosting us. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Two ladies.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared to speak. Again, my name is Burley Ann. I'm in my final year at Ramapo. This is my second time coming to Ghana. I will just quickly express my gratitude for just being able to be here. The first time I came here, I came with the Educational Opportunity Fund program. So the other program that's here, we were just doing a class. But I'm really fortunate that this time I'm kind of more able to talk to members of the SRC and get more of a cultural perspective and kind of learn more about how you function and how your leadership works. I think that's pretty amazing, and I'm just glad to be able to be here, soaking it all in. And also, I appreciate those who have been asking me questions. When I say, like, I work at the Women's Center, people are like, oh, so you're in charge of women at campus. I'm like, I guess, not really. If you have any questions, I'd love to have conversations with any of you. But again, thank you for your hospitality, and I appreciate being here.
One lady more.
Hi everyone, my name is Claudia. This is my first time in Ghana, and from the very minute that we landed, it has been an amazing experience, and it's something that I'm definitely going to take back with me and seeing and learning about your school and your SRC. I think it's a really great thing and something that we can definitely learn from, and I'm very thankful for this experience. And as we were all saying before, I'm so thankful for all the generosity and for being so welcoming to us, and I really appreciate this opportunity.
The Registrar for International Program Office, Madam Gladys. Please, ma'am, you are welcome. She's part of the planning committee in making sure our visitors feel at home. So we'll take the cultural performance, after which head of caucuses will give remarks. much. This is a special gift from the SS Parliament to our visitors. We'd like to take remarks from heads of caucus. We start with the whole caucus. Honorable Christian Anderson.
Right Honorable the House, my name is Christian Anderson, General Secretary, Unity Hall, and I speak on behalf of the whole caucus. Notwithstanding the fact that we will be starting our mid-semester exams shortly, we want to call on all students that what Unity Hall did a few weeks back with that wonderful Hall Week is just a tip of the iceberg. They should anticipate what is about to come with the other halls, and we just hope they contribute much to the organization. We are going to give them a wonderful time right after examination. Thank you very much.
All caucus done. We on to the non-residential and IAC caucus.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Okonkwo Linda Chinaza, the General Secretary for International Students Association. I'm representing the non-residential and the IAC caucus. We, the members of the non-residential and IAC caucus, humbly welcome the reps from the Ramapo University. We hope they enjoy their stay, and then we're actually always ready to entertain them whenever they visit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're on to the college caucus.
Mr. Speaker, I speak on behalf of the college caucus in the absence of my caucus head. The college caucus is grateful for this wonderful experience. We hope that it continues and it stays for generations to come. KNUST as a school and on behalf of the college caucus, would like to say that we are always, receptive to members from Ramapo College. Our lecture rooms are always open. We are always ready to dialogue with you on issues based on intellectual cases, whatsoever it may be. We are also hoping that this year, honorable members or leaders of students will also come to Ramapo and then also learn a few things from you. Yeah! Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. I think the President has heard. I come to a closure of this wonderful special parliamentary sitting and welcoming our visitors from Ramapo University, USA. As we come to the closure, we'll ask for members to move for the adjournment after my closing remarks. Indeed, I'm glad that we are able to have this wonderful session to welcome our visitors, taking off time for classes to be here with a wonderful preparation by the cadets, by the choir, and the cultural troupe. I won't leave the press, who have also done their best to publicize this event and to make this wonderful stay. I would also like to thank the organizing team who is handling our visitors for a great work done. We are also ready at any time to be called upon for our support as House Parliamentary Council. I'd like to thank the President for his support in the past in making this Parliamentary Council a better one. And to our visitors, as you have been made aware, you're always welcome. You could send the good news that you have had today, what you have seen in terms of how we handle our student governance here. And I would like to take the opportunity to let the House know that we'll go for a recess till we finish midterm. The House will go for a recess, and after midterm, we'll resume. So we wish everyone all the best in preparation towards exams. Let's do our best. And as the whole caucus have promised us that there will be a nice realization, we'll be expecting that. And we should not forget, we have started the elections. I think today 2 colleges, engineering and Kabesa are having. And we should continue to ensure that we have a peaceful election, as we always do in KNUST. And let's do our best. And I believe at the end of the day, it's KNUST that must win. And to all aspirants, let's take the opportunity to preach the good message. We should remember that very soon we'll take over. As I end, I think we have one of the former member of Parliament here, Honorable Kojo Fidelis Nketia in our midst. You're welcome for joining us. Thank you very much. So I'll ask members to move for the adjournment of today's sitting to resume after recess, after Mr. Honorable Franklin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker of the House. Without any further deliberations, I, AJ Franklin Compson, MP for Campus, call for the adjournment of this meeting. Thanks.
Seconded by I think it would be fair to give the all caucus. Just last Sunday, it was the college and the non-residential. So all caucus, take over.
Seconded by Daniel Amakwata from Queenso.
Thank you very much. So we'll rise for the closing prayer. I'll read the Gamsuka will give us a short song. After I read, I'll take the prayer, then we recess. So let's. Okay, before the announcement by the clerk.
Mr. Speaker of the House, we have a letter of invitation from the Gamsu Choir. They are inviting the House to their annual choral music program dubbed Jubilate Dio. The theme for this year's one is the Bible. It will be held on the 6th of April 2019 at the Great Hall. Yeah, so we are all invited. Also, one of us left the mobile phone in the washroom. So you see any of us for your mobile phone. Thank you.
We have a special announcement from the Registrar of IPO.
I just want to inform students that tomorrow there will be a conference here on Ghana-US relationship. In fact, this group, there is another group, the AAR group. They will be having the conference here tomorrow on Ghana-US relationship. If you have time, please join us from 8:30 in the morning. It's a whole day thing, so if you cannot come here in the morning, you can join us in the afternoon. In actual fact, the students from the history department will be participating, but the place is big. If you have time, please join.
Thank you very much. Wow.
Yes.
So as we did today, let's do well to pass by tomorrow, God willing. And also to our wonderful choir with their program. Let's join them, support them, and listen to nice songs from them. Without much time, we'll rise for the closing prayer. So immediately after the closing prayer, then we'll take the song. Closing prayers. Oh God, grant us a vision of our university, fair as it might be, a university of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a university of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a university of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a university of peace, where the exaltation shall rest on the will of the people, and the love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of KNUST, Ghana, and Africa. Amen.
Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Thank you very much. I'll ask the clerks and marshal to introduce themselves. And when we recess, there will be a photo shoot outside. Let's take our time to come. All the caucuses will have a chance to take a photograph, and other students will wish to do so.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Abdelaziz Ibrahim, final year agricultural student, clerk of the House.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Gloria Opoku Boateng, third year chemical engineering student, deputy clerk to the House.
Mr. Speaker of the House, I'm Amedu Johnson, final year student, statistics. I am the marshal of the House.
We could proceed for the procession. The recession. Marshal. Okay.
Didi.
David Tana. David Tana. David Tana.